To me, effective advocacy is, of course, zealously advocating for your client, but I also think it's empowering them. You should be giving your client information about their case and educating them on the law, because that's how they find a sense of control in their lives. And many times they're coming to you at a time where they do not have a sense of control over their situation.
To me, effective advocacy involves being prepared with all knowledge of procedural and factual history and having your client's trust. It's our job to empower our clients with information so they can make the best decisions for themselves and their families. And I believe without the trust of your client, you can't effectively advocate for them.
Effective advocacy looks like a lot of open and honest communication and just being available to the clients.
To me, effective advocacy means listening to your client, being a master of the law, and doing your best every day to make sure their case is as strong as possible.
I love learning from my legal team. They teach me things every day, and I hope that I teach them a little bit every day as well.
My favorite part of collaborating with my legal team is the ability to brainstorm with them about a case. Many times in the legal profession, you can find attorneys competing with one another and, for cases or challenging each other in court. But in this field, it's very collaborative, and it's like we're all unified against a cause.
Being prepared, not taking shortcuts, my age, and sleep.
Persistence. Immigration law is difficult, it's ever-changing, it deals with humanity and oftentimes with human tragedy, and you have to be dogged and persistent on the pursuit of justice for your clients.
Analytical. By this, I mean dissect cases and come up with creative arguments that advocate for our client's best interest.
I think it's not just our empathy, but our intuition. I think we have an ability that our opposite sex does not have to see the whole person, and that allows us to tell a client's story with dignity and tell their whole story, not just parts of their story.
Women are warm and on point. We're able to navigate complex legal cases that have sensitive issues that helps our clients feel secure in their immigration legal representation.
And I'll say two strengths that I think women bring to immigration law. One is that I think that we are very empathetic towards our clients, and that helps us to see the whole picture in a client's life, and it helps us to advocate for that client better. The other is that it is challenging to be a woman in law. And that means that women always have to be on our toes and work harder and have better work products. And that ultimately ends up benefiting the client more.
So every woman in this firm inspires me. We are all using the law to do good. And for every woman in this firm, you can tell that immigration is their calling.
Attorney Nisha Karnani is someone who inspires me because she's a master of her craft in business immigration, and she has such a great level of compassion for our clients.
I think the thing that matters most is the research that we do behind the scenes. There is not a day that goes by that I don't do research for my cases or my clients.
That we have to be really good at chess, and that this is a constant chess game. And by that I mean, I think the media portrays attorneys as oh, he's ready to go and always ready to fight with everybody, but it's more like thinking about every strategy 100 ways and what could possibly happen and not happen, and then just waiting to see which one of those strategies you're going to use. So it's actually a lot more introspective than I think people think.
In my career, I'm most proud of all the work that I've done to improve the lives of immigrants.
The best part about my legal career is that I get to help people. I get to help families stay together. I get to help people stay in the United States and safe away from persecution. I get to contribute to our great system of jurisprudence, and I get to change my community and make my country a better place to be by helping immigrants.
Something I love about being a woman in law is that I get to be in spaces where I can have an influence in a way that changes someone's life.
A woman in my life that inspires me constantly is Susan Colusi. She is an immigration attorney, and she was the director of Catholic Social Services, the immigration clinic, for many years. She hired me. She was my boss. She's tiny but mighty. She's fearless, just like a Chihuahua. She gave me a chance. She believed in me. She guided me to become the immigration attorney that I am today. Thank you, Su Colusi. You inspire me, and I know many other women every day.
Hi, Mom. But my mom has, through so many aspects of her life, moving to this country, through health conditions, shown me that like joy and hope are really at the root of resilience. And so we talk about being a resilient community, but we're resilient because we're so joyful, because we're so loving. And I hope that I never lose sight of that.